Hi guys, you're with Barry, and I want to introduce you to yet another great couple on our Up Close and Personal series. We've been doing a lot of interviews with folks that we've met, friends. We're going to continue to do this. The feedback's been wonderful. But right now I want to introduce you to a great couple who I would say over the past, it's 2 years, roughly?
Yeah, maybe a little longer.
Maybe a bit, two to 2.5 years, some great folks that became friends of ours. And I want to introduce you to Kirk and Jasmine, and in the off camera, Bella, the star of the show. And she's entertaining herself with a Mickey Mouse cartoon while we're doing this. And guys, thanks a lot for taking the time to be with us for a little bit. And tell us a little bit about yourselves. I know you're Canadian like myself, but a little bit about yourselves and maybe what transpired at such a young age with basically a 2-year-old. What inspired you to contemplate what you're doing, why you're doing it, just in your own words, just up front and personal. Not.
Well, we've been planning this, or been thinking of it for about, it'd be close to 10 years, I guess. We've been together 10 years.
Coming up, yeah.
So it started since then, maybe a year into a relationship, when we started to come home, or to her home back here. Jasmine was born here. And met her family and got to know the Dominican culture and what it's really like down here. So ever since then, it's been in the back of our minds to come down here and check things out and really get to know the place. So we've made a point to come down once a year at least since then, and we've been able to do that sometimes twice a year and get off the resorts and get into the culture, get to know the people, and we love it. And obviously Jasmine loves it, and so yeah, that's kind of what brought us here anyways. And then as time went by at home, just work things and taxes, stuff like that at home, that really is pushing us to be more serious about the move. That's when we really started researching more and came across your page, drescapes, and it's all snowballed from there, and you've helped us a lot, and we've learned a lot more than we ever thought we would, the knowledge that you've provided us. And
Well, you have friends here, and
yeah,
a lot of people pitching in to help.
Yeah.
Was it an economic thing? Don't like my country's path it's heading down, or was it more of a, because Jasmine, you're Dominican and you have family in various regions of the country. We just keep things, we don't expose any of that. And was it more along that decision, or was it, or you wanted your not then it was newborn, now not newborn, daughter to experience different cultures, see the world? Typically people think you got to be rich and retired to be able to do something like this, is the general consensus I have, even though I know from experience that's not true. But when people have an idea, it's an idea that stays in their head. And so was it, what really decided, because it looks like you're probably going to make this a home, and this country a home. And tell us a little bit more about why.
Well, one of the main reasons is for us is the culture and the people, and we fell in love with it, like I said, right from the start, and that is one of the biggest reasons of coming here, is we want the slower paced life and not the hustle and bustle. But in the last few years anyways, you can see how things are changing at home. Like I said, the taxes and the laws, and you can't do this, you can't do that. And we have a unique opportunity because of Jasmine. And we got exposed more quickly than other people because of her family still being down here. so that really made our decision quite easy, and we want to pursue it, I guess.
Did you guys, did you in particular start coming to the DR before Abella was born, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how
Pretty
long?
much right after we first met, within that year, we came home and visited with my family. And then after that, I believe his mom and dad came, and we met with family in Puerto Plata. So then they got to meet everybody. And then, yeah, just every year after that, your moms usually come, or my mom, or, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had Abella. Now it's almost twice a year sometimes.
Yeah.
She's already traveled like 6 times.
To here?
Yeah.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay.
Or like through like planes, I guess I should say. She's been in quite a few flights.
As a mother, you were here for roughly a month, more or less, and you were here to, you know, I only saw them a couple of times, really, maybe 2 or 3 times the whole trip, because I knew they were busy with making permanent move type of plans and permanent move type of investigations about schools and nurseries and things of this nature. And I had a couple of trips to do, and we didn't see all that much of each other this trip. But what did you discover in your month from a mother's point of view about for younger children and education and things?
Well, we were able to look at quite a few different schools and different age groups for her. Some might think we were a little ahead of ourselves because she's not even 2, and then at home she wouldn't start school till she's about 4, maybe 5. I don't even know because I haven't looked into that at home, but I looked in the Dominican anyway. So we were able to find some places for her when she's 2 years old or potty trained, and when she's 5 years old, and just kind of a little bit of a idea of what we need to worry about when the time comes for her. And it's just nice to just see the kids outside playing and not indoors stuck, and because of the winter, or I just think it's a slower paced life, and I could probably enjoy it a lot more than I can at home, where I'm working a lot of hours, and I see her for maybe 3 hours out of the whole day because of my work, or she's at daycare, or with one of our moms watching her. So
yeah, we did a lot of research this month, and like you say, checked out the schools. We checked out dentists. We didn't get to do a doctor, but we did the dentist.
we knew where the
schools.
clinics were, and
Yeah.
Okay,
for
like
the-
Dr. De La
Yeah.
Cruz's
Yeah.
office and the.
We checked
okay.
like those areas. We checked the dentist office,
Mhm.
she said, and then the vet, where the vet is,
vet, yeah.
just in case, because we'll have our boxer if we move down.
Yeah, I think being young at our age, I think you need to plan. I wouldn't suggest jumping right into it and coming down here. I think you need to really plan, because, like you say, Barry, people think you have to have money to do this, or you have to be retired with money coming in, pensions and whatnot. If you're going to do it young, I suggest lots of planning. You've taught me that. Take your time.
Yeah, I try to
Yeah.
get that message across.
Yeah, and like I said, we've been planning this a long time.
Well, you have a couple of, we spoke off camera.
Yeah.
We hide nothing. No, that you have a couple of advantages that I encouraged you
Yeah,
to take advantage of,
exactly.
which is, of course, Jasmine being one, your unique seasonal
Mhm.
employment. That's a good way to say that.
Yeah,
Things of that nature. I recently met another great couple from, I think it was Fort Mac.
mhm.
Same thing, we were discussing the same thing. So you had a couple of key advantages, but you believe now from your own personal experience, yes, it's nice if you're retired with an income, but with correct planning, this is achievable. And not
Exactly.
just DR, I mean,
Yeah, anywhere.
and
Yeah.
any move.
Yeah.
It's achievable, right?
Yeah, you just gotta, don't rush into things. Try and set things up the best you can at home, and
Well, another advantage you have, though, too, is advise the people how important it is. I keep after them. I'm not great at Spanish, but I can sure converse.
exactly.
Yes,
But
you need to have that.
you have
Yeah.
Jasmine, but you
Yeah.
can't keep her glued to your hip.
No,
if,
yeah, you gotta learn the
24/7.
language. Yeah, you gotta get right in with the people.
Yeah,
To make the
transition.
transition that much easier and better, and you'll feel welcome a lot more.
I remember one, it was you, I don't remember if it was you or Jasmine, but I do remember one of you mentioning how critical it was to you that you want your daughter to be in more than one environment in her life, to experience different cultures, and of course to experience more than one language.
That's right.
As you, God, if I had kids, they'd be your age. I mean, from somebody from your generation, I'm the generation before. Could you express the importance of how being bilingual is getting to be so important in today's day and age, small world technology?
Yeah.
Well, for her, it'll be great because she's already learning it from my mom and myself, and then being on this trip, she's hearing it a lot more. And it seems all her cartoons have changed to Spanish, so she doesn't really have a choice right now. But it'll just be nice if she ever wants to travel, because Spanish, you can learn French and any other types of languages that have Spanish in them that would benefit her in the future.
Yeah, you have more opportunity to travel around the world if she grows up bilingual, and she has the opportunity to do whatever she wants at that point.
And travel, but also employment opportunities,
Yes.
career
Yeah.
opportunities.
Employment, and,
You know,
So,
what can you, as probably some of the younger good folks I've interviewed, what can you tell people about their fears about looking at where there's so many people that dream about going to a different place, and it's not palm trees and drinking rum all day long under the palm trees. You have to earn a living and work as well,
Yeah.
but although I do try to spend as much time with the rum under the palm tree, it's not how you live every day.
yeah.
What suggestions can you give people? I mean, do they have to go to the place of interest first? Do they I mean, you can only research on a laptop so much.
Yeah, and that's what we found is you can do your research, but for people our age, there was nothing on younger folks doing what we have done. So yeah, your fears will set in, and that's the biggest holdback is your fear. But what I've learned over the last couple of years is comfort zones seem like nice places, and they are, but they're a wasteland where nothing grows. So
Yeah.
you really got to go out of your comfort zone, and yeah, it's not all about the palm trees and rum, because once you're down here, living down here, reality will set in at some point. And the vacation will be over, so you gotta take the time and make sure that this is the place for you, or wherever you're going in the world. Yeah, so just
And you guys are heading back up north tomorrow,
Yes.
and you'll I'm pretty sure you'll be back sometime next winter again.
Hopefully, yeah, if not sooner. We'll see.
If not sooner.
yeah,
So you're kind of excited about this, obviously, and
yeah,
I suppose you're looking forward to making this place home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is there any last thoughts or suggestions you'd like to share with the subscribers about anything that's been your experience?
Aside from learning the language, just come and check it out and look at what you want to look at, and see if this is what you want, because you might want a bigger town or somewhere more busy. For us, we live out in the country, so we don't care that it's such a small town and there isn't so much to do, and that you can drive to other areas. If you're single, that's probably easier for you to just pack and go, but with a family, it takes a little more time and planning.
Yeah.
Because we have a little one to worry about. If it was just us to come down, I think it would be so different. We wouldn't be so worried. We could just sell our house and our vehicles and then just move, where we got to think, well, we have a daughter now. We can't just...
yeah.
We could, but
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, still a
So,
little bit of fear there.
Yeah, just have a little bit of a plan and check it out. And you'll need more than a couple weeks, because it's a lot to check out wherever you go.
Yeah.
And see if you can even work whatever you work at home here, or look at other options for income, because
Yeah.
nothing's free.
Yeah, and when all at our age, when all your friends are out partying and having fun, those are the sacrifices you have to give up to be able to achieve your goals. You have to put your nose down and work for it and put the time in, and it'll benefit in the long run. And it may seem like you're missing out on fun, but if this is where you want to be, then you got to do those things at our age.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. And no last minute thoughts before we cut camera?
No, thank you for everything, and
Yeah, I
we'll
think
hopefully see you before
Yeah.
next winter.
No, Barry, you've been you and Leanne and Johnny and everyone has been such a big. I can't even explain or thank you guys enough.
It's a
been
pleasure.
such
It's been a lot of fun on our end too.
Yeah.
You know that. I think you know that.
Yeah, oh yeah, and
Yeah.
we have her family for questions and that, but they can only give the Dominican point of view, where you give us the the outside look.
Kind of
and-
both of them. And,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're getting best of both worlds. So we're gonna say to you, if anyone needs, to ask us questions, because we are younger, we'd be happy to help
Okay,
As best as
super.
we can, yeah.
as best as we can. Yeah. So
Super, and there just may be one or two, because it seems to me the last year it's switched a little bit, and it seems to me there's more young people that are coming over here to have a look in various, just to change life,
yeah.
Well, the thing is, you can always go home.
Yeah.
It's
Smart.
not, it's not like you're stuck here. It doesn't work out. That really sucks. But I mean, you can always fly out and hopefully return to your old job or something like it, and you can say you did it.
Yeah.
That's true too, but
Right.
somebody a lot smarter than old Barry once said, if you don't like your decision, just make another decision. But you never would have known if you liked your decision unless you had
Yeah.
made one in the first place.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You
So
got to
there
start
you
somewhere,
have it.
right?
Yeah.
Guys, I really appreciate you taking some time with us, and I know sometimes people are a little camera shy and what have you, but you guys did great, and we really appreciate that, and we're glad we can call you our friends now.
Yeah.
Thank
Same
you.
with us, Barry. Thank you very much.
And it's always a pleasure.
All right.
Guys, until next time, this is Barry and DR. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.